Be honest, rate the voice out of a 10. Rate the voice out of a 10. If a 10 is like, if a 10 is like prime Britney Spears, and a 1 is like, if a 1 is like your ex-girlfriend in your ear telling you Little Caesars is ass, rate my voice. Rate my voice. Rate my voice. Rate my voice. What is it? 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 How are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? Oh, yo, 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 yo. Yo, what the fuck is y'all doing? How y'all feeling? How are you all living? I'm just gonna keep it a buck. It feels like the last day of school today. I got a long weekend, and I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna do this thing where dude, I don't think I'm gonna look at my phone like the whole. Hold on, let me. I don't think I'm gonna look at the markets this entire weekend. I don't think I'm gonna do markets this weekend. I do not think I'm gonna do markets this weekend. I'm gonna try really hard. I'm not gonna tweet. I need like a break. Not a break, but I need like a little like because here's the deal. There is a non-zero chance that there's a low rotation happening right now. I know we've said it a million times, this memory, crypto, da 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 da. I didn't trade memory great, but I also didn't chase it at the top, so I'm not down. But crypto looks in a couple spots, it looks fine. But I really want to come back to this, especially if there is some type of rotation. I want to come back to this with fresh eyes. And so, look, I'm not going to sit here and tell you I'm not going to type in the pit this weekend because that's my shit. I love typing in the pit. Okay. I love typing in the pit. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you I'm not going to do it. But I closed all trades. I have no trades open right now, except for this dog shit Leopold Aschenbrenner scam stock that I think he fat fingered. Meant to buy 2%. He bought 20. This fucking Leopold scam Shinbrenner stock, bro. Oh my God. The pit is addictive. The pit's maybe gotten a little bit, I don't know. It's become like if you ever feel like it's getting too much, let me know. I'm not going to stop what I'm doing, but I will listen to you. I'm not going to do anything about it. It'll probably be duly noted, but I will listen. Will I do anything about it? Absolutely not. But I will be aware of what you said. It will clock to me what you said. So anyways, welcome back to the stream. If you would like to chat and you are on YouTube or what's good, YouTube gang? How are y'all, man, in YouTube gang? If you'd like to chat and you're on YouTube or Twitch or Twitter, twitch.tv/threadguy. Let's start with a little roll call. Wavy, what's good? Greg, Caleb, Vibble. I'm just going to say your name, OG. DNAP, what's good? Cole, what's good? Kenny, what's good? Kevin, what's good? First, Jackson, Ray, Zaru, what's good? Little Life, Clayboy, Cardi, Pipe Bomb, Starting, Cole Money, Tingle, Wolfie, Narlo, what's good? Don, what's good? Steez, Rockefeller, Smart, Chris, Branch, Jack, Squabba, Demon, Specs. What's good? Rockefeller, what's good? JG Money, what is good? Tyler, what's good? Crypto, Chris. Chase, I don't know what it is exactly. Branch Colors, what's good? Steez, what's good? Any first chatters? Any first chatters? All right, look, we have a lot to talk about. We have a lot to cover. We have a lot to get into. This might be a little bit of a shorter stream. I gotta go. I gotta leave. Like I gotta leave. I'm also gonna do Market Bubble, the Banks and Ansem stream, which I'm gonna be honest, box office today. Really. Box office today is going to be streaming, and they want me to come on and ask them. I'm going to come on and I'm going to come on as a guest for like 10 minutes, ask a couple questions to Ansem. So I thought I was going to be able to do it on stream, but it's going to be late. It's going to be like 5:45. I don't think we're not going to be on stream, but I'll ping the pit when I go on, and I'm going to pop on there. I'm going to throw a suit on. I'm going to pop on there and ask him a few questions. Honestly, the only thing I'm curious about is like, I'll tell you what I want to ask Ansem. Is I've been talking about this idea recently that, our generation is super comfortable with this idea of like gambling and taking risk. But I didn't give credit to the idea that most of them are like recreational gamblers, entertainment gamblers, and they're not doing it to like hunt edge. So there's like sports betting and there's like trading. And I think somewhere in the middle is meme coins. Because meme coins are kind of like what weed is to hard drugs, from what meme coins are like to trading. It's like a gateway. And so I think there's like a lot of people that sit in the middle where they are like not edge hunters. They gamble for fun. They do parlays for fun with their boys. Socially gamble. It's like socially drinking, socially gamble. And they ended up in meme coins, maybe because they watch TJR, they watch Breads, or like whatever it is. And they have a little bit of money in this coin or on Phantom, but they need to be converted into traders. How do you convert these people into traders? And so my question is going to be like along this like setup of like, you get all these people, 10,000 people, and they show up and they have like a little bit of exposure and they hold some meme coin. But how do you convert them to like, oh, I'm doing this like socially with $100 because my homies are doing it, into like, I want to hunt edge and be profitable long term. Like, what do you do next? Okay, you have $100 of a meme coin, but like, what's next? What do you do next? How do you get them to stay? How do you convert them into diehards? So I don't know if I gotta work on the setup, but this is what I'm curious. This is like, I'm thinking about this a lot recently. I don't know. It's an idea I'm thinking about a lot recently, of this idea of like, where do the next marginal players come from? Is it sports betting? It might not be sports betting. I don't know. Maybe not though. I'm not convinced that it is anymore. I was convinced at one time, but it's a very interesting idea to me. Where these people are coming from, how you like convert people into traders or investors at the very least. How do you convert the kid? Step one would be the kid that has, puts his paycheck in like Lakers parlays into buying the S&P. That's a step forward, closer to buying our bags, or playing our game. It's a step forward. So it's a very interesting topic to me. It's something I never really considered, and I'm interested in it now. So that's what I want to talk to Ansem about, really. Even like the people that watch banks, it's like, how do you convince that? Is that ban worthy? I don't know. Maybe not yet. Like, even Banks fans, how do you convince them to not just, throw $100 at a meme coin, but actually play this game over a longer period of time and get good at it? It's a weird combo, or it's a weird problem to solve. It's a fun problem to work on, to say the least. So that is that. I know this is not an NBA stream, but I mean, what the fuck? Jaylen Brown. What the fuck was that? Boston Celtics. You want to know a funny story? The head coach of the Boston Celtics, Joe Mazzulla. Do you know who that is? Joe Mazzulla? He's the only college coach that ever offered me a scholarship. Joe Mazzulla of the Boston Celtics. Guy's a fucking, if you know ball, he's a fucking, here, wait, let me show you. Red dot, pointed back, Joe Mazzulla. Here. This is my only college offer from this coach. Division II, Fairmont State. Sound. No sound. Oh, wait. Joe Mazzulla, red dot, pointed back. Fuck. Damn, I can't forget this. Oh, thank you.
Joe, the winter diamond.
I mean, I can't wait to see how hard it's going to be. I can't wait. Like, to me, that's like, I wish we started tomorrow. Like,
no, that's in the clip.
As easy as answers I can give you. Like, I hope it's even 10 times harder than it was last year.
No, it's not the clip I can find. Anyways, what NBA is on drugs right now? The NBA is on. Let me see if I find it on TikTok real quick. It's a really funny clip. It's good lore.
My coworkers.
Hold on. Joe Mazzulla, red dot. Here it is.
People are going to say the target's on our back, but I hope it's right in our forehead in between our eyes. I hope I can see the red dot.
And he calls me. He's like, happy birthday, man.
Target's on our back, but I hope it's on my forehead right between my fucking eyes. Yeah, it's the only college coach that offered me. Were my high school stats. I never lived up to my full potential, if I'm being honest. I never lived up to my full potential. But I don't know, I averaged like a smooth, my senior year, I averaged a smooth 15 and 6. Played the 1. I was a 2 though. I played the 1 though in high school. I had to. Here's for fun. LeBron James next team. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. If LeBron goes back to the Cavs and they win a title, it would be the most. What was your archetype? I'm like a young Chris Middleton or an old D Book. A lot of tough 2s, step back 2s, pull up jumpers, catch and shoot 3s. 15 points on like 10 free throws on the season. I'd never get to the line. catch and shoot threes, slot pocket passes off the pick and roll, and just tough twos, like exclusively tough twos. That's all I did. Ethical hoops, step backs, bump fades, like just tough twos. If LeBron goes back to Cleveland and they win a ring, it would be the absolute ribbon on the top, greatest NBA player of all time. LMAO, you have highlights? Of course, I have highlights. No, I could play. I played some high level basketball, not like the craziest ball you've ever seen, but like, brother, I can hoop. I can hoop. I mean, I can play for real. Play them, please. Chat. He's new. I forgot. He's never seen our highlights. Real OGs in this chat know the highlights. Oh my god! If you've been here for a while, you've seen highlights. I'll play him at the end, maybe. Wavy's seen him. I don't know. I think he has. If you have been here for a while, you've seen the highlights. Joey's been to hella of my games. I used to play him every day. I don't want to play him right now. We gotta start the stream. Everyone's gonna start leaving. Everyone's gonna start leaving if I don't play these if I play this right now. I can't start the stream with him. Seriously, is what you want to do right now? I could. Oh my god. All right. I'll play for what? I'll play for 30 seconds. Chat. We're gonna talk about markets in a minute. Fine. I have my SAT score on there. I gotta hide it. Nothing crazy, nothing crazy. I could really play. It's the wrong tape, but I could really play. I'm just gonna tell you that. That's all though. Sorry for the threat. The music. You can't this is what I want to play you real quick. Hold on. Not making it to the league moment. I did have a not making it to the league moment. When I was in 8th grade.
This is what I fucking do, Michael Peck. Okay, you trade, you turn 3 to 7, and I score 15 in the 4th quarter. This is what I do.
Yeah, hey, legit.
This is what I fucking do, Michael Peck. Okay, you trade, you turn 3 to 7, and I score 15 in the 4th quarter. This is what I do.
Yeah, hey, legit.
All right. Anyways, I'll tell you real quick, and then we gotta move on. I did have a welcome to the NBA moment. I was in 8th grade. Does anyone here know that? Do you know NBA? Like, does anyone here know the NBA? Like, no players in the NBA. I was in I was in 8th grade, and I played for this pretty high level AAU team. And we played this team called Boo Williams out in Hampton, Virginia. It was a Friday, so I left school early, got in the car with my mom, and we drove to Boo Williams, Virginia. And look, we had a nice team, but we were like a bunch of white boys that could really shoot. And so we were nice. But it was pretty much like if we made 15 threes in a game, we could beat the Showtime Lakers. And if we didn't make 15 threes, we were in trouble. But we press full court, trap everything, and just chuck threes. I took like 15 threes a game. We jacked. And we make 15, we beat anybody, we miss 15, and we're not beating the 8th grade girls team. We're losing. And so we pull up to this game, and it's like 8 p.m. on a Friday night. Friday games are the worst because they're far. It's a 3-hour drive. So I left school early. We get there. I meet McDonald's in the car. We have a game. And we're playing Boo Williams, which is like, if you're from the East Coast, Boo Williams is a pretty high-level squad. Like, they're big time. They're like a fringe circuit team. Some years they're on the EYBL. Some years they're not. But they're like, they put out pros. And game starts at 8:15. We get there at like 8. We walk in. It's 8:15. No one's there. 8:17. No one's there. 8:20. I'm sitting here like, fuck, they're not going to show up. Let's go. I don't want to play against fucking Boo Williams on a Friday night. I have no interest in playing this game against Boo Williams. No interest, bro. There's pros. This is like you're 14 now too. And so this is like you're getting dunked on and shit. When we're 13, we're getting dunked on. I don't want to play this game. I have no interest. The door opens. And they're 10 minutes late, and the whole squad walks in, 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", 6'4", 6'5". Everyone's in the hoodie, sweatpants, and Crocs. And I'm like, if you really hoop and the team walks in 10 minutes late in hoodies and flip-flops, you're in trouble. Everybody knows this. If you are a basketball player and the other team shows up in Crocs and in a sweatsuit and they're late to the game, you are in trouble. And so they sit down, refs blowing a whistle and shit. They sit down, lace up, jog down and back one time, and then we check up and we start playing. And again, like, look, I played comp my whole life. I played real deal comp my whole life, and so I'm used to this. And so, but they're sweet. We're pressing. We got to get out of the press, and we can't guard anyone man to man. Like we cannot play anyone man to man because it's just straight line drives. So we're sitting in a 2-3 zone. Against a lot of these teams, when you're young, these like really athletic teams that are just run and jump everybody, you can sit in a zone, pray that they miss, and they usually miss. Because when you're 13, these nasty teams can just live off athleticism and offensive rebounds. When you're 17, you can't do that anymore. But when you're 13, you can sit in a zone in a 2-3 and just pray. And so that's what we used to do. We'd sit in a 2-3, pray, get the rebound, throw it out, and just clip. And so we sit in the zone, and we're praying. Okay, we're praying that they miss. And this team comes out. I don't know this is AAU, so there's no scouting report. You have no idea who's no birth certificates and no scouting report. You have no clue who's on the other side of this court, right? And so this is what we would usually do. We'd run and jump until they break it 3 times and throw a couple lobs, and then we sit in the zone and we pray you miss threes. If you miss, we win. If you make, we are getting run out of the gym. And they're huge, and so you can't guard anyone straight man-to-man. And so they come out, tip, and they are just ka-chow. And there's this one kid on the other court. We're 13, and he's just like over half court. Ka-chow. Ka-chow. And he has 7 threes in the first half. The game's on film. The game is on tape. He has 7 threes in the first half, and we're down like 15. But I mean, we're in this game, but he has 7 threes in the first half. And so we come out of halftime. Is this Zion Harmon Boo Williams? No, my first AU tournament ever, I played Zion Harmon. I was in 3rd grade. But yes, it's that Boo Williams. And so we come out of half, and coach is like, all right, we're going boxing 1. If you don't know basketball, boxing 1 is 4 people stand in a spot, and they pray, and one guy just like hugs the best player, and you pray he doesn't get the ball. And the one guy is Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas of the Brooklyn Nets, Milwaukee Bucks, who averaged 25 3 years in a row in the league. I am guarding him in a boxing 1. I'm guarding Cam Thomas in a boxing 1. And brother, he has 21 in the first half. He's running off pin downs. We're 13. I'm 13 years old. And by the way, at this point, I'm like one of the best players in my county. I started on varsity as a freshman. I averaged double digits on varsity as a freshman. I thought I could really play. I thought I was nice. I thought I could really hoop. I could really shoot. Double digits. Started on varsity. He's a freshman chance. I thought I could really play. I didn't think I was going to the league, but like I thought I was nice. And Cam Thomas is running off pin downs. I'm getting screened. I'm getting hit everywhere. Catching a rock at the volleyball and just ka-chow. And so we come out 8 threes, 9 threes, 10 threes. He has 30 points, all threes. He's put the ball on the floor twice. He's dribbled the rock twice. 10 threes. And so coach finally, we get in the fourth quarter, and he's like, all right, triangle and 2. So that means 2 guys, each person hug the best 2 players, and then you sit in like a 1-2 and pray. But the 2 are on Cam Thomas. Someone else got to beat us. Cam Thomas has 10 threes. He's got 30 points. He's taken 2 dribbles. There's 2 guys face guarding Cam Thomas. He's now running off pin downs, catching the ball. You ever seen that LaMelo clip where LaMelo scores 92 and he's running through 5 people and throwing up one-leggers? Cam Thomas is running off pin downs, catching it, head fake, step back, volleyball, ka-chow. He finished the game with 47. We lost by 10. He finished the game with 47 points it's like they're 8-minute quarters. It's 8-minute quarters, 32-minute game. He had 47 points. He took about 10 dribbles. He had like 13 threes, and the whole game is on film. And so after this game, coach was like, that kid's a pro. Yeah, that's a pro. And yeah, the tape exists. Somebody has this tape of me just getting lit up, bro. I'm getting lit the fuck up. Okay? Lit up. Step backs, right, left, and everything just threes. One dribble, head sweep fake, step back, one leg. Like, he's 13 years old. And yeah, it was disgusting. 47 on a box and 1 in a 32-minute game on like 10 dribbles. It was disgusting. Also, someone asked, I'd rather know why you didn't get any college offers. I had 1 college offer, and it's because I'm 6 foot, 175 pounds, soaking wet. I have a 10-inch vertical, and I run like a 4.9 40. But I can really shoot the rock. Okay, that's why I have no college offers. So maybe one day I'll get you that film. But that's my story of how I didn't. The second time, I'll tell you this real quick, and then we got to talk about markets. The second time I knew I wasn't going to the league. Does anyone here know football? Jalen Coker, who just signed a monster deal with Carolina Panthers, is from my county. He went to Potomac Falls High School. He's in my class of 2020. And yeah, Jalen Coker, the receiver for the Panthers. And before he was a football player, he was a basketball player. And he's like 6'4" with like a 50-inch, and he's strong as fuck. We played Potomac Falls 8 times in my life. I never beat them. Ever. Twice a year, every year. And the last game of my basketball career, we're down like 8 points in the playoffs. There's like 4 minutes left. I threw a Stevie cross court. Jalen Coker tip out. 1, 2, 3. I always do the thing where I like run through. I try to run through and hit the poke because I'm not doing anything at the rim. I throw like a Stevie skip. He pokes it out. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2 step. Ah! The crowd, bro. People were storming dunked on my head, like just nuts in face. People are storming the court. They're throwing towels in the air. You were taking their shirt off. Just like it was one of these 1, 2 off 2 like a fucking like a. It was like mean, bro. And it was I threw one of these passes. Like I'm in the left corner and I'm throwing a skip to the right wing. Like they set like a pin down action that side corner. So I dribble here 2, pivot, turn, throw like a hook like this, and I'm running down. Of course, my high school career. My career is about to end. I have like 4 minutes left in my career. I will never play another serious game in my career. This is it. So I'm chasing him down. 1, 2, 3, hit the hip swivel and just fucking punch it, bro. Crowd erupts, towels. They're throwing balls in the stands. Like, it was sold out, standing room only. It was boxed. It was like the fucking Northern Virginia Super Bowl. It was insane. So, anyways, I cried in the court too. That was my career. And I also played against Aussie Fudd, if you really know ball. WNBA, first pick of the draft. When she was in 8th grade, she played against the boys, and she was a starter. She was nice. We dubbed them though, but she was nice. All right, we have a lot to talk about. First and foremost, on markets, Jersey Mike's is IPOing. Would you believe it? Chat, be honest. When is the last time you went to Jersey Mike's? Also, if you're watching on YouTube or Twitter, like in chat, twitch.tv. I can really shoot the rock. Twitch.tv/threadguy. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't been to Mike's, and I'll take that shit Mike's way. I haven't been to Jersey Mike's in like a while. Potbelly I go to a lot. Jersey Mike's I haven't been in a long time. Yeah, I don't even know if we have it in New York. It's not bad, but I will say this. So I read this tweet, okay, and it says Jersey Mike's is the fastest growing fast food chain in the country. Unironically, this is the IPO to watch. Domino's stock was one of the best performing stocks of the 2010s, and the decline of pizza leaves an opening for sandwiches. I know there's like a running bit that I say everything's top, I'm pretty positive that pizza is topped in the West. I think intergalactic top on pizza in the West. I really believe this because I love pizza. It's a great food. But if you really think about it, I think pizza is the singular worst, most empty calorie meal you could have. I really believe it. Pizza is amazing. It's probably one of my favorite food, but I think it's perma-topped. It's like on this health push that everybody's doing. It's like, what are the two things people stop? Is they don't do bread and they don't do carbs. Pizza is just bread. I really believe pizza is intergalactically topped. I do. Look, it will never die. Okay, it will never die. Tell Mike there's no safe word. Dude, that was so late. That was so late. Dude, that was so late. I mean, that was like so late. Wait. That was so fucking late.
Do we get Mike up and moving around for that one? Tell Mike there's no safe word. He's got full consent.
All right.
You know what I'm talking about.
Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it was a normal, like a very casual American thing to order pizza for dinner, and I just don't feel like people are doing pizza for dinner anymore. I mean, I'm gonna be completely honest. I've lived in New York for 6 months now. I haven't had a single slice of pizza. Actually, that's not true. Let me rephrase it. That's not true at all. It's like a blatant lie. I've lived in New York for 6 months, and I have not had a single slice of pizza before 2 a.m. Not one before 2 a.m. Not a single before 2 a.m. And maybe that's what it's for, but that's my take. I think pizza is like fairly topped, and I have no interest in buying the Jersey Mike's IPO, but it's interesting. So, second, they're really doing this height maxing thing, height growth surgery, man. I never really knew how this works. It's I mean, this is foul. This is completely foul. Look at this, before and after, 3 inches. You understand if you get a height BBL, you will never run a mile for the rest of your life. Ever. You'll never run a mile for the rest of your life. You might not even walk up the stairs for the rest of your life. But 58% of Fortune 500 CEOs are over 6 foot. And so it's like, do you want to be rich or do you want to feel good? You will never run another mile for the rest of your life if you get the surgery. I can't believe people are actually doing this. This is horrifying, really. This surgery. All that to be 5'11". I know. Also, you're gonna have, like, you all ever play 2K? And when you're building like a pure sharp and like long arms makes your 3-pointer worse, but like the shortest arms gives you like a 97-3 or whatever. And so people like run around as like a guard with like T-Rex arms. They can't rebound, they can't guard anyone, but they can really rock it. They can really splash. That's like what this is like. It's like you grow 7 inches, but you have arms built for like 5'8". It doesn't look right. It does not look right. Anyways, last but not least, if it really is the top, man, there would have been signs. I'm thinking about bidding on this. The Jensen leather jacket. $40,000 to $60,000 for this, but I feel like it would be very viral. Allegedly, it's game worn as well. You know, it's like, I kind of got to give the guy props because you make a look, like, you know, like in cartoons, people never change their outfit. Like, Peter Griffin's been wearing the same thing for like 25 years. I've never seen anyone do it in real life. Ever. And so he never has to think about what he's going to wear. He just wears the leather jacket. And everyone's just like cool with it. Like, I remember if you would wear the same thing twice, people would be like, oh, like, didn't you just wear that? But if Jensen is not rocking the leather jacket, people are like, wait, where is your shit? Where is it? So I don't know. Respect. Steve Jobs invented this. Yeah, fair. But I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything like it. You think he wears it in the house? I don't know. Also, it is a good Halloween costume. All right. I'm not going to do too much philosophical reading stuff today, but I do have one thing for you. Chat, you ever heard of the winner effect? Do you know what this is? The winner effect. No psychology today, but just a little bit. Just a little bit. Real quick. You ever heard of the winner effect? Okay. The winner effect is this idea. They observed it in animals, and then they observed the same thing in the .com bubble of traders. Okay, the winner effect in like an animal, like take a silverback gorilla. Is this idea that when a gorilla goes to battle, fights to the death, and it wins, it has psychological and biological changes that happen after winning. His testosterone pumps, adrenaline pumps, your brain chemistry is like altered. It gives you like dopamine, which gives you like all types of confidence. And you actually get physically, like they get physically stronger after they win. And so think about this. Gorilla goes on a win streak and they get physically stronger. Like their muscles get tighter. They get increased confidence. Like they actually have biological effects. They get stronger every time they win. But every time they win, they also get more confident. And so they're out in the open more. They're more aggressive. They're more willing to fight. They're picking more fights. They're maybe going after the type of fights that they wouldn't normally go after. And so as their win streaks increase and their skill gets higher, their mortality also gets higher because they're fighting more. And so as they get better, they're more likely to die because they're doing shit they wouldn't have normally done when they were down here. And so there's this book that I'm reading, The Hour Between Dog and Wolf, where first chatter, welcome, brother. Hour Between Dog and Wolf. And he observes behavior of traders in the rise of the .com bubble and then in the fall after. And what he observes is like, as these traders start, tell me if this has ever happened to you, right? As you start winning trades, you hit 2, you hit 3, your 4th one's a pretty big trade. You kind of get into this flow state. And so you're seeing the board clearer. You're reading the patterns clearer. You have more confidence in your ability. You're pulling the trigger smoother. Everything feels like it's just in flow. And so the more you win, the more you win. But the more you win, the more confidence you have in yourself, the more risky you get, the more size you put on with less conviction, the worse your habits get, the worse your risk management gets. And so as you're winning and your skill goes up, your ability to like blow up also significantly grows with it. And then it like meets at the top somewhere, the fucking thing explodes. And the same thing happens on the bottom, on the way down, right? You start losing a bunch of trades, and all of a sudden you're gun shy, you're scared to pull the trigger, You have less confidence in what you're seeing. You don't really like trust your gut, but you're way more risk adverse too, and so you're more likely to take the really safe trade and then get out of it and then start going on the up and up, and then you go down. Winner effect, and then you win enough trades in a row and you're Leopold Aschenbrenner, and then you buy 20% of Shaw's just to say fuck you to everybody that tails your trades, especially the streamers, and the whole thing comes to a crashing end. So, anyways, that's my philosophical discussion for the day. Let's move on. All right, one more take. I think poker is going to have a crazy resurgence in the United States. Roaring 20s, roaring 30s resurgence on poker. Because I'm thinking about this, right? I'm thinking about my IRL thesis, IRL entertainment, IRL thesis. Poker is actually the perfect expression of it because there's this level of friction and you have to understand how the game works. And it takes a little bit of skill to play poker. And so you weed out a lot of uninteresting, boring, bland, whack people, first and foremost. Second of all, is poker is super social. Like I want to start running house games again because I just miss hanging out with the homies. Like it's the most, when I first started playing poker, I spent like hundreds of hours with the poker friends because I couldn't stop. You're with them all, like those are your homies, your poker friends. You were like super, super, super into the people you play poker with. And then the third is it's inherently addictive because there's gambling and like risk taking involved. And so you can gamble, you can play GTO, but it's like strokes the chord that everyone here is addicted to very, very well. And then the fourth is in person, you can't really play GTO. Not easily. The solvers don't ruin in person, which again is part of the IRL thesis. And I don't know. I have had the poker bug recently bad. I have had it in a bad way. And I think that this is going to make Jing Tao is on a crazy run right now, by the way. He's up like $1 million in cash games. I think he just cracked $1 million. A solver is like you put the hands into like an AI and it tells you like the GTO strategy, like what the best play is. And so online poker kind of got ruined where everybody started trading game theory optimal, like the perfect way to play, the most likely to win. So everyone's like started playing GTO and the game just got super boring and washed and online got completely fried. Everyone's using solvers, but in person it's a lot harder to do that because there's too much math, too much to remember, too many algorithms. But the thing about it is I don't want to long casinos. I think it's a bad business and I'm pretty bearish casinos. I'm bearish casinos, but bullish poker. I'm actually really bearish casinos, but I'm bullish poker, straight poker. And so I found this stock, Flutter Entertainment. They own Poker Stars. I've actually never used Poker Stars. I've used, was it Poker Now? I've played a lot of games on. You get good at calling out BS. Yeah, I've played a lot on Poker Now. Would I invest in a poker company? Probably not, because it's online. If you were building like an in real life LA experience type of thing, I would be down to potentially. I would look at a deck, but online poker, I have no interest. But I was looking at the stock, man, and it's bad. Look at this. It's down pretty bad. What is like their forward PE? It's 17. It's not crazy. Has anyone used poker? Has anyone played on Poker Stars before? I've never played on it, so I don't really. I think Poker Now is like super niche. You have. Yeah, interesting. Poker Stars. I think it's gonna have a crazy resurgence because I think people are desperate to do stuff IRL. How do you learn? Do you read or watch or play? You really need to sit down at a table for like 3 hours and play with your homies. If you play with your homies for 3 hours, you would get the jig, and then watching will make sense. Watching won't really make sense if you never played, I think. I mean, it will, but it's you gotta play for like 3 hours. Get a couple of your friends, play for a couple hours, and then you just get it. It takes a minute, but then you just get it. Watch Justin Timberlake film about poker stars. Honestly, the reason runner. The reason I stopped playing poker. Also, watch Rounders tonight, Caleb. Watch Rounders. The reason I stopped playing poker is the stake creep was so. I don't know. It was like 2024, and so I was making a lot of money, and the stake. You know, I played on Hustler Casino live. I played. I don't know if yeah. Look. Oh my god.
1,500.
Look at this shit. I played it.
Not hot, huh?
What are you confused with?
Yeah, dude.
You've seen the streams. I start out hot.
Oh my god. I busted pretty bad. Oh my god, I forgot this happened.
Today.
I was slugging drinks too.
Sorry. Packets and shit.
Yeah, I was so nervous to play. I was really bad. I wasn't really bad, but you live the life, man. That's epic. They just like called me and were like, "Yo, can you please come play?" And I'm like, "Fuck. You sure? You want me to play?" And they're like, "Yeah, come play." I'm like, "All right, fuck it, I'll come play. Why not?" I risked way too much money. Stakes were way too high for me to be playing, and I busted out pretty quick. I tried to stay. I was playing pretty short stacked, which is really hard. I busted out 10 bands pretty fast. I'm not gonna lie. I couldn't even stretch it like an hour. I busted it pretty quick. I quit. I actually quit after this. Oh. I played Hustler. I'll tell you a quick story, and then we actually do markets. I'll tell you a quick story. So I was getting decent at poker. Like I was actually getting pretty good. I was watching all day. We're homies with Tom DeWan, so we're talking to Tom a lot. I'm watching Alan Keating. Like we're playing. Dude, it's early. This was the date of this was like right before GOAT 2024. And so I'm playing, I mean, we're playing every day. I'm playing 80 hours of poker a week for like a month, 80, 90 hours. Like we're playing all day, all night. We're having house games every day in LA. Like we were playing so much poker. We would have a dealer come to the house. Like we were playing a lot of fucking poker, dude. And so I was really asked, but I started getting decent. And they asked to come. We would be up all night. Like me and Frank used to just like everybody would leave. Me and Frank would play. Me, Frank, and the dealer would sit here and just like gamble against each other all night, heads up with the dealer. And like it's like 4 a.m. and we're just like playing heads up with the dealer, just like hands, like so many hands. And I'm tweeting about it a lot. I'm poker dealer at Hard Rock. I'll do your private games. Bet. Send me a DM. And we're playing a lot. I'm tweeting about it a lot. I'm tweeting at Tom DeWan. Tom DeWan came on the stream. We were talking about poker, like, and it was pretty public that I was into it. So Hustler, the guy who runs Hustler, Ryan Feldman, is like, I think he's homies with Ansem, maybe. I don't know. And he was like, I want to do a crypto poker stream. You should come on the show. And I'm like, fuck, all right, I'll come on the show. And so I'm at this point where I could go into the category of getting good, but I'm not getting good fast enough for the stakes that I'm climbing, because everybody in crypto has money and they want to fucking gamble. And so we're playing some big games. I should not be playing these big games. And I go to Hustlers. I'm like, fuck it. I'll, put this. I'm happy to put this amount of money in. So I buy in for 5. I bust out so quick. But you're playing short stack, right? I have like 5. I have 5 on the table, 5 behind, and I'm playing a bunch of guys that have like 20. And so you're not getting to a river on Hustler. I mean, to get to a river, you're basically all in. Like, you're not getting to a river without shoving with 5. You're just not. You're not getting to a river without 5K. You're just not. The game's too big, right? It's just like a math game, right? If you have like 60% EV on a hand, you're losing 4 out of 10 times, even if it's the right call. And you're not getting to the river without shoving ever. And so I go on Hustlers. I'm way too short stacked. I'm also not. I've never played on. You got to win quick. You got to double up quick. I've never played on TV before either, and I'm the worst player at this table by far. And so I bust out 10, and I'm kind of like, fuck my life. And so I leave. And then there's this house game. I'm not gonna say people's names because it ends badly. But we go to this house game in LA, and it was a rigged house game, and it was a big game. And we went and we played. And I lost a lot. I didn't lose like a lot of money. My mom watches the stream. I didn't lose like a lot of money, but like it was a pretty south, like get cooked on Hustler and go to this house game and then get like torched. It was not the Chauncey Billups game, but like I lost enough. And we left and we were so convinced that the game was rigged. And everyone that came to the game is also convinced it was rigged. And so we just stopped playing. We thought it was beatable. We went and lost. I went and lost like 4, 5, 6 times. I like the guys. And then, dude, 3 months later, one of them went to jail. One of them got arrested for this shit. Rigged house games, bro. Crazy. You cannot play house games over like small stakes. I'm gonna be honest. One of them went to jail. Never played again. Never got my money back. It was not the Chauncey Billups. It was no. It wasn't that big. It wasn't that big. Those guys were playing for like millions, brother. It was not that big. But it was big enough where if you lose, it was big enough where you lose a shove to top set to a higher set, and you're looking around like, hold on, what's going on here? What's going on here? It was big enough where like you lose a shove and you're thinking to yourself like, what's the deal here? What is the deal here? So, anyways, all right, Weave Robotics. Who gets those 10 bands? I mean, the casino, like whoever beat me in the casino got it, right? Whoever beat me in the casino got it. This is the thing. Is you're playing these, one more thing, I'll tell you this real quick. You're playing these house games, and they're taking like, I mean, bro, they're taking like minimum 10% rake, which is, I mean, it's illegal. You can't do this. It's illegal to do this. If you're running these games, people like go to jail for this. But a lot of these house games, at least you hear stories, are taking like a 10% rake. And any game that's big enough to take a rake, it's also big enough to scam. Casino takes like a 5, maybe. What does the casino take? 5%? Casino poker rake. Yeah, they take like 2.5 to 10. You don't even see it. Any game that's big enough to take a rake at a house game, they're also big enough to scam. You just can't play. You play with your homies for fun, and you play at the casino. Isn't it illegal once to take a rake? Yeah. It's illegal as, by the way, it's illegal as fuck to do it. It's illegal as fuck. That's why I never. We were playing with our homies, just like fucking around with our boys. But when you start like inviting whales and shit, it turns into this whole situation you want nothing to do with. So anyways, on that note, Weave Robotics. We've been talking about robots a lot. Has just released, I think, the lowest entry point robot that I've seen for humanoid robotic. Um, 14 million views. The Isaac 1. Okay, it has no legs. It cost $8,000 up front, or you could buy it for $500 a month, $449 a month. I'm not sure what happens after you stop paying your subscription. Does it like kill you? Does it wheel itself out of the house back to the factory? I don't exactly know, but this is the robot. $8,000. This is the robot. Tell me what you think. Oh, what's the Zcash thing? Ooh. That's not great. Hold on, let me get the laptop out. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. What's going on here? Where are we at? Zcash, let's take a look. Is that, how fuddable is that? Seems fairly fuddable. I'm not gonna lie. Let's take a nibble and see what happens. On no comms, let's see. Who gets those 10 bands? How much is for the house? I don't know what you're asking me. I don't know if this is a huge deal. I'm gonna be honest. It seems like no. I think I might be wrong about this actually. Yeah. I think it's kind of a nothing burger. Yeah, I don't yeah, it's actually not a big deal at all. I clicked that, but I'm gonna unclick it right now. Yeah, no. That's a complete board trade. Unclicked. Delays are yeah. No. I got the laptop just to see. Is Tulip here? Yeah, he is. That was a quick minus $70, but no. We're not doing that. You got you it's like on chain. You click and then you do research. Saves you a lot of
Me?
All right, check out this robot. It's better. For $1,300.
Nori and his taller brother. They can do many things on their own, from sweeping floors to loading dishwashers to making coffee. But they can also work together, tackling the hardest tasks with 2 pairs of hands.
Nori can learn to complete tasks autonomously via training, and skills can be shared on our marketplace between Noris anywhere in the world. If someone trains Nori to grab and pour a beer in Oregon, with the click of a button, your Nori can learn how to perform the same task. Nori also supports remote operation, allowing you to help a friend or a loved one from afar, or to just pop in and say hello.
Nori's hardware is built to be customizable, fit to your style and your goals. And we're not done at launch. We'll keep pushing updates and support so that your Nori gets better every month. Best of all,
Nori costs less than $1,300 and is manufactured right here in San Francisco. Get yours now and we'll ship it this summer.
It's kind of cool, but this one's like really like this one like looks vibey. Let's see. Robo Strategy Holdings. Weave Robotics. This is the Avenger of Robots. All of them look together. Figure, Boston, Weave, Sunday, Fauna, Fourier, and what the fuck is that? This one is terrifying. Let's see. Weave, no. They don't. Do they? Weave? I don't see it. I don't see it. No, they don't have it. Huh. There is no way in fucking hell I would pay $8,000 for this. I mean, I'm sorry, but this is completely useless. This is a completely useless toy. It's like kind of like cute and whatever. But completely useless. There's no way I would be spending $8,000. I mean, the only people that are spending $8,000 in this low key are like streamers, right? Like, if you're a streamer, fine. Otherwise, what's the point? All right. I do have a video for you. I have a video, article, market close, and a couple things. Is this guy who we really don't like, Ed Zitron, is getting a lot of motion because he's the only bear. Now, guy raises some decent points because well, Meta fully retraced. Micron is down 7%. DRAM is down 28%. The SPY is barely down. Nasdaq's down 2%. Kospi was down 8%. Memory looks terrible. Semis look really bad. AMD, Shaw's, oh my god, this fucking scam stock. Can't believe I bought this. If you lost money in this, I'm actually sorry. I'm just gonna cut it minus 15% real quick to the dome. Broadcom, Rocket Lab, like some of this stuff is crushed. And so what does Shaw's even do? It's the Nebius of Australia, I think. So you got to give this guy some props. He's top bear. I kind of want to hear his points. Let's watch it, and then we're going to do market close.
Yes, here. So, you know, we don't really know at this point in time, right, what the actual financial picture of these companies look like. Well, they wouldn't be the first with bad financial profiles to go.
He's got some decent takes, but he's just like a little annoying.
Public.
Well, they'd be the first to be this bad, other than WeWork, and even then, this is so much worse than that. OpenAI burned $20.9 billion in 2025. That's the audited financials that the FT&I reported. And the problem with these companies is their margins are getting worse, and their costs increase linearly with their revenues. There is no proof that they can improve their margins. No amount of specialist silicon or supposed Vera Rubins will bring these costs down. And we're at a point now where OpenAI is now potentially pushing their IPO to 2027 because they couldn't get $1 trillion valuation. It's clear that people are wising up to the problem of generative AI, which is there's not really a business there.
So that was something that was discussed yesterday.
By the way, I don't think it's because they couldn't get a valuation. It's like the fact that they don't have to IPO yet means they have enough funding and privates to keep going and running operation as is. If anything, that's kind of bullish that they can delay. If they were panicking, they're rushing IPO now. We need money now. They clearly don't need money now.
On Squawk Box, the comments from Alex Karp, the Palantir CEO, making the rounds. I think we have a clip teed up. Take a listen.
The general way these things were sold against these people.
We watched this yesterday, but
Sam and Dario, there's nothing more fun than debating Dario in private. So I'm not throwing shade at them, but something has gone completely wrong. And the basic view among enterprises in this country is I'm going to chillax and waste my time with tokens. I'm going to get no value, and they're going to get my IP.
Yeah, so he was being sarcastic there, this idea that enterprises are balking at this idea that they're going to be paying all this for tokens. They're not going to be able to control the data usage and how the data is used, and they're not able to really measure ROI. What do you make of those comments?
I mean, I hate to agree with him, but he's right. These companies, Anthropic and OpenAI, they encourage waste. He actually said that these companies don't charge on outcomes, they don't charge on success because you can't with large language models. They're inherently hallucination prone, as proven by OpenAI themselves, and so they encourage waste. They want you to spend a lot of money, and then they try and pilfer your ideas. Anthropic already tried it with Claude Design with Figma, and I believe they have a relationship with the company, and Dylan Field even said he was shocked by it. And what's crazy is, as well, is their
token maxing, yeah.
Copies of these companies not particularly good. They don't make great software. You'll notice that both Anthropic CEO Dario Amodei and Sam Altman have both said, we can't wait to see what you build with this. Well, that's because they don't know what you can build with this. They want everyone else to do their innovation for them, spend as much as they can on tokens, and then take whatever's left, except they lose too much money for that strategy to actually work.
So then what do you think should happen? Do you believe that these are companies that should be nationalized? As we read in the intro, there's discussions reportedly that the administration and potentially some sort of sovereign wealth fund would take a 5% stake in OpenAI.
We talked about this before.
And is that a situation that you would like to see happen, or do you think that's more disruptive?
No, I don't think there's any need to. They talk about, I think Sam Altman said, well, we can share the benefits of AI and the profits of AI. What profits? What returns? That 5% will have to get congressional approval. The sovereign wealth fund is still an idea at this point. But fundamentally, large language models are not the future. The only reason big tech is investing in this is that they've run out of hypergrowth ideas. They don't have a next iPhone. They don't have a new Google search. So they've put over $1 trillion with trillions more to come into a kind of
Look, all I'm saying is that all I'm saying is I would pay a lot of money for my OpenClaw to continue running it, and everything I've heard about Fable is that it's pretty fucking damn good. I don't believe this take that LLMs are not a good product. I think they're an unbelievable product. One of the greatest products ever. Maybe the best. Maybe the magnum opus of human products. I mean, it's unbelievable how good these LLMs are. It really is. I deeply disagree with this idea that LLMs are a scam to pump hypergrowth companies. It's just that we might be scam pumping hypergrowth companies, but the product itself is incredible.
dead-end industry because when that ends, they'll have to admit that they don't have anything else.
So you think AI, LLMs overall, is a dead end? You see no business model here. You see no utility from AI whatsoever.
I mean, it's also like, okay, put this guy on TV, make him say some shit. The more bearish he gets, the more screen time he gets. I think he's right that the economics behind these companies are really bad, right? It's like the terrifying economics is the fact that China is producing equivalent models for a tenth of the cost. That is a serious narrative violation, and nobody has an answer to it. That is bad. That is a narrative violation. But the idea that the product itself, forget the economics, is not valuable is a deep, deep misrepresentation and disingenuous to what is actually happening.
I see this as, in the future, as a boring hardware-based business, the kind of the Oracle licensing hardware model. I think this is a $10 to $30 billion TAM industry pretending to be a $1 trillion one, and because everyone's propping it up because they have no hype.
$10 billion. It's like, fuck, I would spend $10 billion on
growth ideas. Everyone's just kind of pretending it's the kayfabe of the tech industry that really has run out of ideas.
It's funny you mentioned Oracle because people were quoting the annual yesterday. Quote, some of our customers, OpenAI, may be highly leveraged. We may experience risks of non-payment in our dealings with such parties. Are we going to see this from a market standpoint first in shares?
Also, the data says otherwise. You know, you don't stop using AI once you start using it. 10 to 30 billion is crazy. Come on. Poker Stars is worth $20 billion. I mean, come on, brother. MicroStrategy is worth $30 billion. I mean, give me a break.
Hyperscalers?
I think we might, but Oracle is a particularly scary one because they are building 7.1 gigawatts of capacity just for one customer. And they even said in their annual report that the risk was they might not get paid. OpenAI only loses money. And I think I estimate it's like $75 billion of revenue annually that they will have to pay for the full Stargate data center project in annual compute revenue. OpenAI can't afford that. And if they can't, Larry Ellison can't afford to pay back those bills. And Oracle stock will be in jeopardy along with the margin loans that Mr. Ellison holds. It's genuinely dangerous. And it's dangerous across the board for neoclouds, for hyperscalers, for every associated party of the LLM industry.
Is Oracle the tip of the spear on that? Or is it something else?
I think it could be the neoclouds because with this rumor of Meta selling their AI capacity, I think companies like Core, even especially Nebius and Iran and Cypher Mining and all of them, TerraWolf as well, they're basically outgrowths and they're subsidiaries of NVIDIA. NVIDIA is now, according to the information, going to be paying them to rent back their GPUs when they install them in the data center.
NVIDIA thinks it's a little weird.
This is something that only happens in an industry without diverse and real demand.
Meta is an interesting case in this instance because they don't as yet have the third-party cloud services.
Do we have to finish this?
Revenue propping it up, but people point to their own top line having accelerated in the first quarter of this year from like 23% to 33%, presumably because they're implementing these AI tools or somehow making their platform more productive along those lines. And at the same time, it shows you the fallback option. We're creating all this capacity, even if it's not a business model. The capacity is there. We've gotten the kind of the power and the compute in place. Maybe that helps society down the road.
Well, the thing is with Meta is I don't necessarily agree. AI is not driving Meta's revenue growth. The fact that they have an effective monopoly in social media is. Microsoft, Google, and Meta and Amazon are all doing a funny little, I don't want to call it a scam, but it's a trick where because their other businesses are still growing, but they never disclose.
Look, I think this idea that LLMs are not an important product is like such a misrepresentation of what's happening. It's like the greatest product humans have ever created. It's like it actually is. I mean, it's as much as I would maybe like to think otherwise. It is the best product that we have. Is modern LLMs. They're unbelievable what they can do, and most people are going to get full shotted by them and will pay any amount for their beautiful AI company. Now, I think the economics are scary behind these companies. Again, like the China tokens as a commodity and race to zero, I think is unsolved. No one really has an answer to this too, because I think after a certain level of intelligence, you don't really need that much. Most people are not going to need much better than Opus 4.8, really, for anything. Because most humans are not smart enough to get anything more out of it. So what do you need Fable 10 for? You're not going to. Most workplaces, people, assistants, personal assistants, you're not going to need that much intelligence. And then so what happens to cost? Well, regardless, there's this really interesting thing that's happening where OpenAI has proposed giving the Trump administration a 5% stake in the company to clear political obstacles. Here's the quote. Sam Altman has argued that giving the public a financial stake in a company is the best way to share the upside of AI. OpenAI is reportedly in early talks for public ownership deal as political pressure rises. The proposed arrangement would have involved other U.S. AI companies handing over a similar stake. Sam Altman is reportedly in active talks with the Trump administration about the situation. The Trump administration may soon have equity in U.S. AI giants. So I made this tweet a while ago where I said, oh my God, this is a classic. We'll come back to that. I made this tweet a while ago and I said, if the government really wants to give the public upside in AI and stop future protesting, they should acquire stake in the major labs, OpenAI, Anthropic, SpaceX, Perplexity, and distribute supply via Trump accounts that can't be sold for 18 plus years. Essentially the same as the government buying and never selling. The public makes money, anti-AI rhetoric gets quiet. Who says no? It's some communism shit, but you got to solve the problem somehow. And so the main take, I mean, really is like, you look at this and the way that this is framed, clear political obstacles. This is just the new lobbying. Forget lobbying and trying to convince the admin to get your policy across and work with you. Just give them 5% of your company and then they will pass whatever you want. That's basically where we're going. This is the new lobbying. Give Trump 5% of your company and you can do whatever the fuck you want. They also will help you. They'll give you deals. They'll tweet about you. It's like a KOL deal in crypto. Give me 5% and I'll tweet about you. I'll connect you with partners. I will make sure your narrative is good and we'll help you. It's forget lobbying. Go to Capitol Hill for what? Just give Trump 5%. Give Trump 5% and we will make sure your stock goes up. Is basically where we are at. And so I would imagine this is going to happen. I don't know. They need Trump. They probably need to be backstopped on some of these deals. They need some guarantees that things are going to go out the way that they want them to. And they really need political clearance, because what happens if Trump, hates your lab but likes somebody else's? Your models are not going to be allowed to go out and somebody else's are. It's this really weird power game. OpenAI's policy hire fully agrees with you. Yeah. I forgot this video.
It's harder. And so this is where we're looking for an ecosystem of banks, private equity, maybe even governmental, the ways governments can come to bear.
Meaning like a federal subsidy or something?
Meaning like just first of all.
Remember this. This was a big deal when this happened.
The backstop, the guarantee.
He wants government backstop November 2025.
That allows the financing to happen. That can really drop the cost of the financing, but also increase the loan to value, so the amount of debt that you can take on top of an equity.
This was a crazy clip. The David Sachs came out and said, no fucking way are we going to do this. But really, they have no choice.
Portion for
some federal backstop for chip investment.
Exactly. And I think we're seeing that. I think the US government in particular has been incredibly forward-leaning, has really understood that AI is almost a national strategic asset, and that we really need to be thoughtful.
Red Gun full-blown commie? Nah, I mean, I'm not advocating for this. I'm just telling you what I think is going to happen.
When we think about competition with, for example, China, are we doing all the right things to grow our AI ecosystem as fast as possible?
Are you talking to the White House about how to further formalize that kind of backstop?
We're always being brought in by the White House to give our point of view as an expert on what's happening in the sector, for sure.
Should we, is there something in the works that's tangible?
Nothing, no, I love you, Sarah, but nothing to announce, nothing that's going on right now.
If you want to do, we're here to listen. So Sam has huge ideas, huge ambitions. You're in charge of the purse. Do you ever get a message from him and think, oh my God, what are we doing? How are we going to pay for this? How do you wrangle a dreamer, keep him in check?
Good answer on never. So here's where we're at now. It's like, what companies will you guys take a stake in? 64% chance. There's very low volume, so I don't know how sharp this market is, but 64% chance to take a stake in OpenAI. It feels likely, man. I mean, the Intel, Micron. Don't get me wrong. Why is China succeeding in AI is a really bad thing? I'm American as fuck, but what is the benefit of America leading AI? Which seems like there's so much corruption here anyways. Do we really trust our leaders with this power? It's like, no, you probably don't, but you trust them more than the other ones. It's like the devil kind of situation. You'd rather the US win, right? As you are a US. Yeah, it's good for consumers, bad for companies. It's a good take. It's like when Uber and Tesla were introduced to China. All right, let me get up real quick. What tips would you give for someone looking to get into crypto trading? Oh boy. What tips would I give for someone trying to get into crypto trading? Probably don't right now. Or get ready for... You know actual advice? Here's my actual advice. My actual advice... Sub 6 figs, get a better job, he says. My actual advice is expand your time horizon. That's my advice. Expand your time horizon. That's my advice. All right, I'll be back in 30 seconds. Baby. I said that like it was some like profound ass shit too. Like I just like discovered something crazy. No follow up, just aura farming. All right, baby. What did I just... Damn, what just happened to my... Luke! I don't know, I'm like perma-frozen. All right, whatever, that's fine. I think it just went live. I want to see Ansem. I'm in the title.
I'm already fucking shit up.
All right, when Ansem comes on, we'll tap in. Yeah, Luke, we're a little my overlay's messed up, but I can stay in this cam. It's fine. All right. Let's dive in. If you're watching on YouTube and Twitter, you want to chat, twitch.tv/threadguy. And what do you mean expand your time horizon? I'm leaving the stocks, etc. My background is real estate. I am from London. My take is that if you actually want to, first of all, ask yourself why you want to trade crypto. You want to trade crypto because you want fucking volatility? You should trade stocks right now. If you want crypto because you believe in crypto, then figure out what you believe in and expand your time horizon, because anyone that's trading crypto on multi-week, multi-month, Laboom, thanks for the gifted, is really struggling right now. So if you really believe in crypto, you believe in Solana, you believe in Bitcoin, you believe in these things, expand your time horizon to multi-year. Multi-year, really like look into the future of what you think is going to happen and play on that game, because trading these charts short term is just, I mean, look at these charts, brother. It's just like, it's like Bart up, Bart down, 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 Bart up. It's very painful. So that's my advice. All right. You already know what time it is. Mark. What I want to know. What are you buying? What are you selling? What are you long? What are you short? What did you make money on? What did you lose money on? What would you like to enter? What would you like to exit? What are you holding into the 3-day weekend? What did you sell because you do not want to hold it into a 3-day weekend? What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? Long chain link. Short circle. That's always a good trade. If you're bullish memory, short circle, bearish memory, short circle, bullish Bitcoin, short circle, bearish Bitcoin, short circle, long DRAM from up price. Apple longs printing. Congratulations. Short MSTR from 103.6. Long Bitcoin. Made 4 to 5 parlays today. Nice. Close shorts on memory. Nice. Holding Micron, SanDisk 2x leverage at market close. Ugh. You know me, man. Apple and IBB. Long gold since the peak of fucking bottom. Zaru. Yes, sir. Link, is this 2019? I know. I wasn't even here in 2019. Short Figma, short circle. Finally buying ASML. I like ASML. Still looking good here. Yes, it is Bill Nye the Science Guy. Chainlink is going to pull an Ave. That's not good. Pulling an Ave is like not a good thing unless I'm mistaken. Long oil. That's worse than pulling an Ave is long oil. What else? What else? Long gold since peak of fucking bottom. Bill. Lost me some bands doing market research on slot machines in Vegas. Staying in short Zeke with tight stop because I think conservative will create sell pressure. Long Zeta, that a mid ass stock. All right, let's take a look. SPX closes flat. Wow, how? Dead flat. 0%. Crazy. Tem, long Tem. CCXI, new Serenity favorite. SPY closes out 0.08. Q's down 1.7. The semi index is down 5.6, and it looks terrible. Zeta is like the Uber of like China, right? No. Oh, that's Grab. That's Grab. It's an AI marketing tech company. Yeah. IBB is up. Wow. Look at this chart, man. This should have been the trade that I took. I didn't take it. I fucking didn't take it, man. This could have been mine. This could have been me. Also, let me know when Ansem gets on. I want to watch. Unreal chart. This could have been me. Greg, nice trade, dude. This is a sick one. The IGV worst corner of all time is at 0.13. NASDAQ 100 is down 2. The Kospi breaker down 8%. DRAM down 7.5%. And the MAG's down 1.2. Not great. Crypto. Pretty strong showing on the day. Bitcoin is 61.3. And it looks decent. Solana looks sick. Look at this. Remember, this is the pattern we should look at more. Like, from what I understand, this is actually Anthem's on. Let's watch for a minute. Hold on. He's kind of box office.
And also traders that are doing a ton of volume. You want to incentivize those people to have long-term alignment with pump funds. Maybe you align a way that like not.
No, this is old, dude.
Immediately unlocked. You have different tiers unlocked based on your activity going forward.
Come on, man. Anyways, this is a pattern I think is very. They call this the Paul Tudor Jones. He almost blew up his entire fund on this pattern. It is range. Paul Tudor. We're calling this a PTJ. Range like this. Break out. And then quickly get back in. Now, it didn't quite do it. Because I wouldn't exactly call this quick. But if it gets back in the range, it's a really scary short. Like, you got to get out. You got to get the fuck out of the short on this. It's a same thing like long. Like, if it were to go like this. Out and then come back in and go down, you're fucking below this. We're hammering this. I'm not a big TA guy, but this is the Paul Tudor Jones. He almost blew up his whole fund on a copper short because it did. Fuck, man. I could on a copper on cotton. I could probably find it. Can I find the trade? Maybe I can't find the fucking trade. That'd be too easy. No. Yeah, I don't know. It could maybe be this. Like, right. I guess I can't see my finger. Where did you learn this TG? It could maybe be this in this breakout right here, but that's like a sick move down. You would have made money on that. Yeah, I don't know where it was. But I'll try to find it for you. I learned it from Paul Tudor Jones. Almost blew up trading this way. Hype looks pretty crazy as well. This is 66.5. I traded this very poorly, but hype looks unbelievable. ETH has no idea crypto's bullish. Zcash is doing fine at the moment. And then sick day for the metals chats. Silver's up 3%. Decent. Copper's flat, not great, but I think gold looks pretty good, actually. Look at this weekly. Not that. That doesn't look great, but the weekly looks pretty good on gold. It like tried it again, and then they're bouncing it. Like, I don't know. Back in here, I think gold looks pretty fucking good. I've never traded gold in my life, but it's interesting right now. Especially if there's some like big rotation out of memory. I don't know. You have to take gold at its word as better than Bitcoin at the moment. As a better trade. You have to I cannot get myself to read that neckbeard physiognomy Nate Silver. Dude, it's so good. You should do it. I think you have to take gold at face value if it over Bitcoin first. If it starts getting outperformed, it starts getting outperformed. But I do think you have to take it at face value. And then stretch is 87. It's terrible. Oil is crushed, but here's the big. Apple. Oh, that's weekly. Oh my god. I was like, holy fuck, that chart. Even the daily is a monster. Wow. What happened? What's the news on Apple? How did you learn the Paul Tudor Jones thing? Was it from a book? Yeah, it's from I don't have it in this room. Market Wizards. Apple is a crazy one because they basically opted out of CapEx. They opted out. Completely opted out. And they decided that when it's time, they will just plug and play whatever they need to plug and play. They sort of took the bet. They took the Alex Karp bet. The Alex Karp bet of models are a commodity. Intelligence is a commodity. And they are maybe right. So these fucking crushed Apple today. Netflix is also up 4.5. Adobe's up 4. SpaceX had a decent day, but I don't think it looks great. Microsoft fine. IBM fine. Now the losers are where it gets scary. Sive looks horrific. This was the Serenity stock. This looks horrific. This was the D Gillis stock. Also looks horrific. Shaw's third biggest loser looks terrible. I'm probably going to be done with this. I want to just go on the weekend and fucking drink and not think about stocks. I'm probably going to be done with this. It would be a fitting end to the local Leopold top would be this 20% of a shitter. SanDisk's down 14. RoboStrategy is down 10. And this is a weird chart, but it looks like a crypto chart. BlackBerry down 10 as well after raging new all-time high. Marvell down 10. Tesla put in a nasty day. Down 7. Cerebras as well, down 7. Micron down 6. It had a decent close. Got as low as 950. Intel down 5. Meta full retrace. You said low 70s on Shaw's. You would exit. What changed? I just got lazy. Honestly. Like, that's what happens when you have like a mental stop loss. I just got lazy. Nothing changed. I should probably be out of it. I'm just like, it's the end of the week and I'm just fried. Meta with a full retrace, and I think it deserved a full retrace. AMD down 4. QCOM down 3. Nasty day after that fake SpaceX news. Oracle down another 1.5. The stock just goes down every day. Remember when Larry Ellison was the richest guy in the world for like an hour? Nvidia down 1.3. And into consumer names. MSTR is up 7 today. Coinbase is up 4. Hood. Oh my god, it almost went for it. Hood is up 4% and it looks fucking unbelievable. eBay's up 3 today and going for a new all-time high. I don't know if that because I think GME is going to step in. I don't know. GameStop is up 1. Eli Lilly's up 1.8. Sick chart. But biggest losers are ugly. Iren's down 11. Nebby's down another 6. Wendy's down 4. Sweet Green down 4. AMC down 2. Thank God I sold this piece of shit. Reddit down 1.5, but had a sick day. Is Hood still a crypto stock? Not really. It's almost like the best of both worlds where it like goes up for crypto, but it doesn't really go down for crypto at this moment. StubHub flat. UHR Swatch Group flat. SoFi down 1. Look at SoFi Hood, by the way. This is crazy. No, that's not what I wanted. I've been looking. How do you determine how to sell stocks? I mean, it kind of depends on what your strategy is. I'm not necessarily the best at it. Look at this SoFi Hood. How ugly this is. Oh my God. SoFi fucking Hood. It's because the SoFi founders on there talking about rate cuts is the only time we're going to go up. We're not getting rate cuts. Or it's not happening. Also, if you're on YouTube, Twitter, or whatever, and you would like to chat, twitch.tv/ ETH goes, someone in the YouTube chat. Last message. ETH goes full bull if Satoshi reveals he owned ETH. Altcoins. I didn't even know Webull was public. You know how I learned how to trade on Webull? Oh. Wow, 3 billion. What happened? Oh, look at this IPO candle. What happened? It went up 400% in a day. No, this is fucking Weeb. This is an exchange. It's a broker. This is where I learned how to trade. That is so bad. All right, crypto. Yeah, this is a good take. Normies went to Robinhood, shorts went to IBKR. Webull was like too complicated for the normies and not sophisticated enough for the sharps. Stuck in the middle. Uni up 15, Farcoin up 15, Pump up 12. Like, look, here's the pattern low key. Watch this, watch this, watch this. Watch this pattern. This is like an interesting pattern. Okay, wait, let me see if I can do it. Like, okay, it's not gonna look great, but it's like decent. It's like, okay. You're sort of like in this range right here. I don't know, like this is like decent. You could maybe go like under a little bit, like on that top line. Like you're sort of in this range. And it like range, and then it breaks out, and then it rejects the range, it comes back in completely, and then chop, and then you're down. Go like how much? I don't know, 33%. It's kind of the same like not great, I guess. It's not the cleanest. But like I think Soul, like, okay, I'm not a TA guy, but I like to look like I like to like feel it a little bit. I think Soul, like, I mean, if Soul gets back to like gifting subs on Ansem, really? Let's see. Is he live? I want to watch him.
11 minutes and 50 seconds, and then we're going to run into the main show. What else does he want to talk about? Oh, this is another one that really shook the internet up a little bit.
Okay. Like Soul. Okay, watch this. Soul right here. This is the type of trade I like to make. Like, okay, You could catch this bottom and, here and ride this up here and you catch 33%. I'm going to miss out on 33%. But if Sol, they get this thing back here with volume, all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, it's go time into this. It's fucking go time if they get it back over 100 on Solana. And so, because if anything, the metrics look really good on Solana. Active users, wallets, all of this looks really, really good. But it needs price. It needs price to go. And we'll see. Mega ETH up 10. Oh my God. Let's see. Layer 0, Ton. All these are just fucking so fried. Zcash is interesting. Tau. Oh my God, it's 210. These charts are just like graveyards. Monero. Ugh. Like, look, you can kind of do it right here, maybe. Like, it's in this. Am I like off on this? What I'm trying to do? Like, it's kind of like in this range here. I don't know, like here. And it like range breaks out of it, comes back in, break, and then fake breakout, and then we're just fucking. It's not the cleanest. I want to find this Paul Tudor Jones thing for you. I really want to find this because it's a fun one. It's a really fun one. What is Ansem at over here? You're on it, bro. Good job. Thank you, man. No. T is a waste of time. Yeah, I don't think it's a waste of time, but it's not like what oh my God. It's not what I like pride myself on. I think you could, I think you could largely ignore it and use it to inform your trades and help you think about tops and bottoms and things like this. It's not magic. It is useful though. Like I think it's useful. I will not denounce it. But I think a lot of people like learn how to trade thinking TA can give you this like magic system. And then, oh, Bitcoin did it at the top. Let's see. Yeah, Bitcoin did do it at the top. Let's see. So like we're in this range, kind of like IBB was TA. It was like a clean TA breakout off of like a narrative rotation that felt good. Only because I'm looking at IBB is because I'm like, oh, this bio rotation like feels like it's gonna happen. And then all right, let's see. So like I got out of this trend pretty clean. Breaks out of this. I just don't know exactly. I remember you tweeting at 125K was the quiet side. ATH it was. I'm not sure like exactly how I would draw this. Maybe like what's like the weekly look like? Let's see. 3 days. Yeah, it's not like the cleanest, but like you kind of have like a. I don't know. It's just too low. Like I'm not the best at this, but like you could maybe do it like here. Kind of thing. And we're like in it. You could maybe like drop this down. But we're like in it. Yeah, but then I kind of want it up. I don't know. In it. Breakout. Back in range immediately. And then it loses this. And it's just 10-10. And then it's just over. It's just fried. Completely fried. It kind of did it here too. Like it broke out of this like. I think this one looks better on the daily. Yeah, look at this. This is the clean one. This is actually clean. Look. It like comes in this. So we like establish this range here. Arranging, bounce. Bounced off it 3 times. Range, chop. Goes for it, rejects. Lower or high or low, and then it goes for it. This was I remember this. We were remember we were streaming this pop. This was a crazy pop. We were live in my we were in this office, but I didn't have it set up yet. And I was doing the first stream for New York. This was like January, yeah. It did this breakout, and it was a Sailor pop. It was crazy. It was like 4K candle back to 97. I'm like, oh, we're back. And then it rejects. And then the second it loses the bottom of this range, it's GG. You could have shorted that. Like you could have ripped this. Look at that. In a straight line. 28% move on Bitcoin is a rare catch. That's not something you get all the time. So, what are the alts are moving? XPL. Interesting. I remember this super vividly because it was let me find it like on the hourly. Fuck. Yeah, this. Let's see. Yeah, look at this pop. This was like, it kind of like broke range. So it broke out of the range and we're like, oh fuck. Test. And then it went, it's not a huge move, but like from 94 to 98 in 3 hours was like, oh my God. I mean, if Bitcoin went to 65 right now, it'd be euphoric. People would be losing their shit at 65 Bitcoin right now. They would be. You being Arbaz this year? Nah. Listen, that's a unfair representation of YouTube chat. Yeah, that was crazy. That's basically what I have for you today. I'm gonna stay on for a little bit and I'm gonna talk. One of the reasons I want to get into crypto is one of Razor's videos where the guy turned $50 into mid-six figures. Yeah, see, that is a opposite of what you told me at the beginning, my friend. It's gonna, if you're here just for bread, it's gonna be tough. I'm gonna stay on and watch Anthem for a little bit, and then I'm gonna get off. But I'm gonna be on Market Bubble to watch, to ask him a question. I'm kind of like nervous to go on their stream. Why? I think it's gonna be like huge today. Why am I nervous, chat? I got the shakes a little bit. Wait, you are? Movie. Yeah, I'm gonna go on to ask him one question. Ping us in the pit. I will. You're going on today? I'm going on to ask him one question. A question that we talk about a lot, which is this: just like, how do you turn gambler adjacent, risk-taking adjacent crowd into full-time trader? Can I really make trading as my career? You know, there's this like funny joke. Jerry Seinfeld has this joke where he's like, they ask him to come teach a comedy class in NYU or something. And he gets to NYU and he says, I don't really think anyone here is going to be a comedian, because if you were really going to be a comedian, you would never take a comedy class. But I'll teach it regardless. It's kind of a dick, but it's a reasonable anecdote. It's like, he's kind of an asshole for that. He is. But I understand where he's coming from. It's like, how do you get into crime? It's like, well, you probably just like start committing crimes. Like, how do you get into pickpocketing? I don't know. You probably like ripped somebody. And then you're like, how do you know, the class of like, how do I get better at comedy is like different than like, how do I do comedy? You know? Like, I feel like most people that watch trading content ripped a Robinhood account, made some trades, and were like, fuck, I suck at this. Let me figure out how to get better. You know? I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of hyped to watch Anthem, straight up. We got a
pretty brutal, you know, year and a half, and
a minute 20. Oh my god, it feels like box office. I was gonna do a rant about. I skipped the rant. Now we don't have any time. I'm gonna give you the quickest rant possible. The Anthem coin is so fucking perfect because it's the exact opposite of what you would have been looking for in the coin to respark on chain. The way things that have gone, where it's like revenue, RWAs, we're done with meme coins, we're done with influencers, we're done with KOLs, real assets, IRL value, revenue, profit. And then you put, a KOL meme coin in the front of on Solana in front of everybody, and everyone is sidelined. It's like the opposite of what you would have thought, of course, because the consensus thing is never possible. A creator coin, like everything that you would have thought, no fucking way. They put it in front of everyone's face, and of course it surprises you, and of course there's money to buy it higher because nobody... I was going to do a 30-minute rant about this, and I'm just going to give you the quickest version I can. It's like the perfect opposite coin for you to, like, miss. In your face to rip the 200 mil. It's unbelievable, really. All right, let's go. Look at the chat. It's just CAs.
Gas. Don't talk to me like that, baby. I'm live. It's dangerous. It's so stupid. Yes, guys, production ready. Do the countdown. Let's go into the main show. Guys, strap the fuck in, baby.
Oh, should I have one of these? Oh, God. Is he your mentor? I mean, man, I've known Banks for a long time. I've known him for I lived with him for a long time. I lived with him for like multiple years. I used to live in his back house. I lived in his back house in 2023. And I lived in the main house in 2025. I got upgraded. But yeah, I lived in his back house for a while. They took me in. I was living in fucking Airbnbs, dude. I was living in bi-weekly Airbnbs. I would live it 2 weeks at a time, and then I'm moving because I don't know. I was like down pretty bad. 2023. Did I see you in the back of a Rice Gum stream? No, I was on that Aiden stream way back. Rice Gum stream? No, probably not. I've never met Rice. I met a lot of cool people though living with Banks. I met a lot of really cool people. We can watch my highlights if you want in the meantime.
On my Twitter, and we are joined, of course, obviously, with my big, tall, handsome, beautiful black bull co-host, Ansem, and he is also live. Where are you live, Z?
I'm live on kick.com/Ansem. What's good, everybody? How we doing?
Man,
you are
What a week. What a week.
Yeah, what a week.
Oh my God, bro.
I'm speechless, but I shouldn't be, and I can't.
Is it me or them?
Because we have a fucking show to run. But yeah, man, I mean, you are on a fucking generational run right now, Z, and it's kind of all coming, it's kind of coming full circle. Time is a flat circle, and yeah, we're gonna obviously get into it. We have reserved this episode to just be, the Anthem episode. So we're gonna go back and forth, obviously, of course, and answer all the chat's questions, answer your followers' questions, and just kind of get into it. It's exciting.
It's you.
You know, obviously we've been talking all week,
What do you mean it's
and
me? How is it
yeah,
me?
just from my POV,
Brother, I
this
run
is fucking
10,000
as
up,
crazy as
down.
anything I've ever seen in crypto, or just even in content and the attention game. It's unprecedented. There's a ton of really cool opportunities, unique opportunities. I feel. I mean, yeah, you just hit 1 million followers. Also this past week. How do you feel about that? It's great.
Feel good, man. I mean, it's like the momentum is picking up. I thought it was gonna slow down. It's been speeding up. And this usually happens as like retail's getting interested in crypto again, which is really cool to see. It's happened like the past few cycles.
Should be long 3D
like beginning of
printing.
last
Nah, I'm
cycle, I was
bearish
around
3D
100K.
printing. Ghost guns.
Before that,
I don't know if I
cycle
can say
before
that
I was
out
at,
loud,
like
but
10K.
maybe I'm not bearish 3D printing. We'll talk about this
just hit
later.
a mil, so shit is wild, bro.
We'll talk about this later.
Before we get in all the numbers and all the stat shit and all the crypto shit, I just want to formally say congratulations for hitting 1 mil.
Thank you, bro.
You're the fucking GOAT. You deserve it. You've been working really fucking hard for years, and we have a little something planned for you. The team production
You guys are so sweet.
has a little something planned.
Sweet. I like that word.
Thank you, bro.
Oh!
God damn. Look at my fucking cake. Oh shit.
That's awesome. The whole set lights on fire.
Bro,
Well,
that was
you gotta
loud.
wait, you gotta blow the fucking candles out. Bro, wait, who the fuck did Michael Cat just blow those fucking candles out? Bro,
Yeah, it was Cat. We're blaming
bro,
Cat.
what the fuck?
Bro, my laptop is covered in
you got-
random bullshit. What the fuck? Fix this fucking shit off.
Cancel the fucking show. It's over. What is it? What does it say? What does the cake say? Just congrats for 1 million.
Congratulations. 1 million followers. Congratulations.
That was
Amazing.
Balloons and shit.
Cool.
Look at the good
Why
cake,
aren't we
though.
doing? No one's fucking put.
Good cake.
It was my birthday on stream.
That's
No
awesome.
one put
Of course
a
it's
birthday
chocolate.
cake in here.
Of course it's chocolate.
By the way, that's the 6th time Michael Cat has made that joke. Just so you know, he asked me, he called me Z. He's like, hey man, he calls me like. By the way, guys, this is like our head of production at Market
He's
Bubble.
so fucking funny, bro.
He does 80 different jobs. This guy works his fucking balls off. He works a fuck of a lot harder on the show than me or you do. He puts fucking 200. He puts 200 hours a week into the show, and he calls me and he's like, "Hey man, we have 2 options for the cake, vanilla or chocolate." He goes. I was thinking chocolate. And he's just waiting for me. He's just waiting for me, obviously, to laugh.
What the fuck, bro?
Listen, we have one thing to address quickly. The chat aggregator. We owe somebody $10,000 for the chat aggregator. It's been fucking hectic. We do not have it picked yet. That will be next week. 100%
Oh, I'm gonna
on
steal
God.
that.
Mark my words. If we don't have the winner picked
I'm
next
stealing
week,
that.
then the winner of the vibe coding chat aggregating competition will get $20,000 instead of 10K. We will have it done next week. I apologize. We had way too many submissions, and there's been fucking, quite frankly, just way too much shit going on. But before we let this get out of control or not do this, let's pick this winner, Z, before we get into it.
Okay.
We have, I did this little. Wait, let me do the. Is it 3 bucks? Wait, how do I do this? Thanks. Laptop. Okay, bam. All right, cool. $10,000 sold to a person who follows Market Bubble. So listen, chat. I'm looking at my Twitch chat right now. Spam your ats.
Bro, that shit is blasting right now. That shit is moving.
Yes. We need 100K. We need to hit 100K by next episode. And guys, listen, this is just the beginning. We're going to get into all of it, but watch and earn. We're going to create a whole fucking new meta around this attention content media thing. And we're going to change the game. We're going to revolutionize it. I think, me meeting Z on a show like this is stars aligning and fucking fate. But we have a bunch of people spamming the chat. I'm going to try to lock in on one of them. It's going too fucking fast, man. It's going too fast.
I was thinking about this, and I'm like,
Yo, guys, slow the chat down.
the consensus. Like, okay, let me ask you a question.
Gen
After the
Z
stream, you think
75. Let's check Gen
Ansem
Z
goes up or
75.
down? The coin.
If this looks like a fake or weird account, I'm sorry, but okay.
Give me a poll in the chat real quick, like vibe check. Think up or down?
Puke. What a surprise. It's a decent amount of tweets. This guy looks like somebody who's maybe new to crypto.
Yeah, they look like they're a fucking football fan.
I had this thought, which is like
Gen Z 75.
the consensus seems to be
I mean, I
down.
clicked it, guys. What do you think? What do you think, Z? You
It's
think
a
this
pretty
is good?
unique one because every time I check this chart, I
Followed
ask
by
myself,
anybody. Are they following Market Bubble?
when did it get to 190
not
mil?
follow-
Like I
yeah,
didn't
they
even
follow
know it
Market
got
Bubble.
to 190 mil. I might be on a different TL
And they follow you.
than a lot of people
Doesn't
here because I haven't been
follow
doing
me,
that
though.
much crypto
this is a
stuff.
this is a burner.
It
that I'm on.
feels like the most quiet
Gen Z 75,
200 mil
congratulations,
runner
you
that's
have
ever
won
happened.
$10,000.
From a perspective of like
Chat
big
or
accounts shilling it,
bots, production,
tweeting about it,
go
P&L
grab his,
screenshots.
his
It feels
information
like
from
it's
the
been
chat.
such
You
a
won 10K.
quiet.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you missed out on
First
this one,
couple days,
don't feel
loud
bad.
as
This is
fuck.
just the
Next
beginning.
couple days,
Z, you've
I
given
looked at it, I'm
away
like,
how
wait,
much
it's
money just
190.
today.
What?
Like 100K?
How was it 190?
Somewhere around there.
So it's interesting. Maybe that is good. I don't know. It's cool to think about. But let's see.
How much is going on? How much money have you airdropped people and given away in the last week?
In the past week, we've ran a coin from like 200K to about 190 mil. I've given away like $11 million of that airdrop to people. Yeah, in like 4 or 5 days, something like that. You know, not too crazy. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy.
Nothing too crazy. Dude, you're a fucking animal. You're a psycho. But listen, yeah, he's given away a real $11 million last week. And there's a lot to unpack here. We have the whole hour for you. And I guess let's just, without further ado, let's get into it. Let's kick things off. Let's just start at the beginning of Anthem, at the beginning of Zion. You know, you've been trading since 2017 and have navigated the last 2 markets cycles very, very well, to say the least. Last week, you said Solana has bottomed and it's going to $600. Why?
Sir. Yeah, I feel like I learned more about how crypto cycles work every single time I trade them. 2017, that's when I first got into crypto, bought Bitcoin around like 3K during that summer after I graduated from Georgia Tech. And I was trading on Bittrex, I was trading on BitMEX. I lost a fuck ton of money on altcoins, gave a lot back to the market. But during that cycle, I followed a lot of really important people on
Market Mike
Twitter, like Kobe, TraderMain, like LoomDart. A lot of guys on there that I learned how to trade from and learned a lot of different strategies. And what they always said was like, you're supposed to trade altcoins to stack Bitcoin. Like you're not supposed to be fully down the risk curve all in altcoins. You're supposed to have some stack of safe stuff, some stack of riskier stuff, and your goal is to acquire like the safer assets that you have. And then next cycle was like the Solana cycle for me, 2020 and 2021. Actually was late to DeFi summer. I missed a lot of DeFi summer and started getting active trading again like towards the back half of 2020. But yeah, my big trade that cycle, I was like, I'm going to journal all of my trades because I fucked up a lot last cycle. I want to improve on my trading, and I'm going to be very diligent about what I'm sharing and how I'm thinking about the market. And so on my account back then, I think I got somewhere around 5K or something like that followers. And I had a private account that was my trade journal. And yeah, my big trade for me, that's like we've talked about on the show with Solana. Luna and AVAX also did well with. DeFi Kingdoms was another cool one. Axie Infinity was another cool one. But that's when my account blew up because I was sharing all those trades in real time. And like at the end of that cycle, I actually went on Kobe's show.
You're sharing the trades and you were right a lot, more often than not.
Yeah, I was right. I was right a lot of the time.
He's up with light, isn't he?
And I luckily
anti-adventure. Oh my god,
sold a good bit like towards the end of that cycle. I gave a lot back in 2022, to be honest, more than I should have. But then 2023 was another cycle where I did well with Solana. Called that from the bottom along with Coinbase, Prime, and a couple other plays. And during that cycle, I was Solana was very non-consensus. So people did not think Solana was going to do well. The on-chain volumes were very low after FTX blew up. SBF was in jail or going to jail. And people didn't think Sol was going to come back at all. But I thought if crypto was going to come back, then it makes sense for the fastest, cheapest transact on-chain that's the best for retail to do well. And that ended up being right. Solana did very well. But what really was the driver that cycle for a lot of my attention to my account was on-chain.
They just found out anti-adventures is a crazy LARP.
Did really well. Bonk went from like 30 million to like 4.5 billion market cap, something crazy. Whiff went from like 100K market cap to like 4 bill market cap. And nobody was betting on-chain coins on Solana doing well. So it was very unexpected for these coins to do that well, even though in the previous cycle, we had Doge go to fucking 80 billion. So meme coins on Solana did really well in 2023. And the reason I had that thesis is I was like, well, people are going to buy Solana and be active on chain. And there's not that many active protocols that have tokens yet. Jito hadn't dropped their token yet. Jupiter hadn't dropped their token yet. Camino hadn't dropped their token yet. Like a lot of the core protocols hadn't dropped tokens. And so Bonk was like the main coin that people could buy on chain. And I knew that people were going to go down the risk curve and buy all these different things. So that's why my account blew up.
It was bigger than Nebius. I'm surprised.
Yeah, 2023, 2024 was a fucking Black Mirror episode for me. People were like,
I don't think
it's
that
crazy. Drive this coin?
Surprised it didn't go higher.
How are you so correct on that from so low? And yeah,
Kanye West calling you, every celebrity under the sun calling you.
Fucking
yeah, insane. It really was a Black Mirror episode.
It's like word for word. How was the interview? It's pretty old.
2025, I didn't really trade all that much. I missed the AI trade. Like a lot of it I missed. And then now what are we, 2026? And we're
Had him
kind
on
of
a
at that
bunch.
point in the cycle where Bitcoin's down 50% from all-time highs, it's retesting its previous all-time high from past cycle. Solana's down like 75%, and stuff has been like going sideways, consolidating in a range for a bit. And sentiment on crypto is terrible right now. Like Hyperliquid is the only coin that's really
Never
done well.
been this
Venice has
bad.
done well.
Never been this
I've
bad.
never seen it as bad, especially on Bitcoin. But sentiment is really poor.
It's flipped a little bit this week, though.
This week, yeah,
little vibe shift this week for
This
sure.
week. I think there's a lot of positive things going on in
This
Solana
is
right
in New
now.
York.
I think that I talked about it last week. I think the concerns with Saylor are overblown. He's shored up his balance sheet, so he has like 25 months of runway now. People thought he was going to be selling billions of Bitcoin. He's not going to be selling billions of Bitcoin anytime soon. So that's not a concern anymore. And yeah, crypto's not the consensus trade right now. And there's a lot of profits that people are going to be realizing, I think, from stocks. Memory's been down,
This
like
is a sick
Micron's
one.
down a good bit. SanDisk is down a good bit. And I think crypto's in a really good spot to catch attention from other areas where people are diversifying. And I think that Solana is in a really good place because the tokenized stocks are popping off right now with Backpack and Sunrise, stuff like Nest.
And listen, man, again, numbers don't,
things, but yeah.
numbers don't lie. You called it a week ago. This is the weekly chart. And as you guys can see, it's up 21% since you made that crazy fucking...
Yeah. Me and Mert, bro. Me and Mert is a hard combo to go against. I'm not gonna lie. We go to bullet soul right here. They went 69, I think it was last week.
So that was kind of the clip that made its rounds and went nuts. You guys talking about, obviously, you know, Solana going from $60 to $600. Everybody had something to say about that.
Yep.
And, you know, just a couple short days later, without absolutely any of us knowing that you were going to do this, you kind of like soft launched this Ansem thing, the Black Bull. Yeah, the wallet, guys, this thing was at $0 a week ago. It's at over $100 million now.
Again?
This is fucking absurd, dude.
I bid scam Altman.
This is a real thing. This is in your pocket right now. This is your cell phone. Dude, what the fuck am I looking at?
Yeah, well, it's a watch of the wallet. It's not my actual cell phone. It's somebody watching the wallet. But listen, yeah, it's crazy.
And like you just said, you've airdropped and given away $11 million in the last week.
Yep.
Your coin has over 100,000 holders. Just give us the story. What got us to this point? From calling Solana to 600, from literally last week's episode Thursday, Friday, and then I believe Saturday when all this kind of went down.
I just raising a bid,
so,
you fucking dropped this.
What was going on? People kept claiming that this random wallet was mine. There's a lot of on-chain activity on Solana. People think a lot of wallets are mine that aren't actually mine. So I'm bullish on Solana. I'm saying I started buying memes again on Sol. I think meme coins are going to do well. I think certain on-chain coins are going to do well. I think certain protocols on Solana are going to do well. I'm going to get active on-chain again. When I tweeted that and said that, people thought that some wallet that was not mine was doing things that I was doing. And so whenever on Pump Fund, you can like assign creator fees to certain wallets instead of like the dev getting the creator fees. And so they were assigning fees to this wallet that they thought was mine, and that wallet was claiming the fees. And they're like, oh, Ansem's going to talk about this, this is his wallet,
You should FSH.
And I just wanted to make it clear that that's not my wallet. So that wasn't me doing that. And so I made a Pump Fund account. I was like, no, this is my wallet. This is my account. If you guys want to direct stuff to me, you can direct it to me here. And so after I did that, I got sent a fuck ton of coins, fuck ton of fees towards the account. On Saturday is when I hit 1 million followers, and I was like, well, Pump Fund hasn't given their airdrop to anybody. And a lot of protocols haven't given their airdrop to anybody. What was one of the drivers of on-chain activity last cycle in 2023 was Gito doing their airdrop before they did drop their token. And that incentivized a lot of retail to trade on-chain. And so I was like, well, I'm going to give back some of this 200K in creator fees that I've made on my Pump Fund account to people who actually need money to trade right now, because a lot of people are zeroed or down a lot or whatever, but they want to be active, want to be trading on chain. So I said I was going to give away some of those creator fees on Saturday. I posted the Pump Fund wallet. I go away for like a few minutes or hour or so, come back and check with the fucking Pump Fund wallet. And there was this coin.
Dude,
so there was 2 coins. There's a few coins that people like sent me, but one of the ones was doing really well. It was at like 8 mil market cap. I'm like, well, I can't just ignore this coin. Like, it's called Ansem. It's called the Black Bull. It has some decent art to it. People are trading it. People are asking if I'm going to associate myself with it. And I thought about it for a few hours. And I was like, what am I going to say? Am I going to claim it? Am I going to say I'm going to talk about it? Like, what am I going to do? I have 65% of this coin supply. What am I going to do with it? And so I decided, and there was two of them though. So I decided what I decided was
I am ready.
I'm gonna talk about this coin. I'm gonna address this coin. I'm gonna talk about this coin that people made and sent to me. Okay, cool. Because last cycle, Bonk did a great job launching at the lows of Solana. I don't know the dev that launched this coin.
Not a bad
but the Bonk
thesis.
team was a team of like 20 people on Sol, important devs, important founders, important traders, and they launched Bonk at the Pico lows when the FTX shit was happening, and sent out an airdrop to a fuck ton of the most important people on Solana. And that was actually one of the things that kept sentiment strong and positive on Sol during that time period. And then Bonk, as I said, did really well from the lows and went to like 5 billion market cap. So I was like, okay, this makes sense. I know there's going to be some coin that does well on chain. This is attached to me.
In a lot of
I've
ways.
talked about these type of coins in the past. It has a good narrative. And I can connect a lot.
It probably would have
more
happened
things
anyways,
that
but something's got to
connected
ignite
now
it,
that I
right?
didn't have back then. I have 10x more followers now. I have 65% of the supply, so I can airdrop it to people. It's easier for me to talk about because it's my name. It's like, well, it makes sense to talk about. So I was like, I'm going to pick this up and talk about this coin. But the issue was there was another coin with the same name that launched before, and I to airdrop some of those people the supply of the current one. So that was like
I literally asked you last episode if you had the keys to Pump Fund, and if you ran Pump Fund, what would you do? And bro, literally.
Bro, I'm like, bro, they're not doing it. So I'm just gonna do it. I don't understand. They just
literally just took it upon himself to do it.
They raised they raised $1 billion. They made $1 billion in fees. They haven't airdropped any of it, anything to people. And they said they were gonna airdrop a year ago. And all these people are sending me fees that want me talk about this, talk about this, talk about this. Like, so I'm like, I have all this attention. I'm getting all this money from the fees towards my account. I might as well give it back to people. And then the coin launch, I'm like, okay, I got 65% of the supply. I'm gonna give that to people too. So I just started giving that out.
And
That's
brother,
what you've been doing all this week.
And you have. I mean, we have the stats right here. 120,000 wallets. I think this is like a pretty up-to-date representation. And yeah, it looks like 95% of traders are in profit,
I gotta pass.
which is
I think I'm gonna
fucking
get off
amazing.
in a second. I gotta pass.
W's in the fucking chat. It's
Bro,
looking like
there's a guy who turned $8 into 500K.
it's unbelievable.
It's fucking.
We really
crazy.
might be back. It's crazy. It's unreal. Yeah,
No,
22,000
lit,
wallets
bro.
are up over $100. 8,000 up over 1K. 1,800 up over 10K. And then this one, 200 people have made 6 figures in the last week trading this, which is that is life changing money. That's real life changing money.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, fuck, dude. Can you because I'm seeing in the chat somebody said promote like bag working, like reward people properly, and I think
So the issue with the trenches that like I've been working on this like longer article I want to put out on like what the current issues are with the trenches. So Pump Fund obviously incentivizes launches, which is fine, which is good. I think they're like net positive for degenerate activity on chain. But what's been happening is everybody's been trading these like 10K market cap coins and not holding anything. Like the whole time has been like 30 seconds. I mean, like some crazy shit. Like they don't hold shit for long. And the way you actually make money doing bull markets is holding things for an extended period of time. Like if Solana goes from $60 to $600, it 10x's. What are the coins on chain that are beta to Solana going to do? They're going to 100x at minimum, or higher, depending on where you catch them. But you want to buy the coins that are getting momentum and trending, not the ones that like just launch and don't have confirmed momentum yet. And so what I've been trying to like say is like, bros, there are coins on chain that are going to do really well. There are protocols that are launching new features that are doing really well. There are coins that are attached to memes that are doing really well. There's
all right. I wanted to just like hear a little bit of it. It's it's actually surprisingly the Bonk parallel thesis is a pretty good one. I am going to be on Market Bubble in 30 minutes. 35 minutes. I'm going to go on and I'm going to ask him a question. I think it'll be fun. I'll send a link in if you guys want to join and watch when I go on. I'll send the bank's link. But I'm going to ask him a question, and then I'm going to be off for the week. And 3-day weekend. It is going to be... Man, I've been having fun recently. I've been having a lot of fun recently. We're in a pretty wild market right now. No stream tomorrow. I'm traveling right when I get off. You want me to rate him? Fine. Right when I get off today, I'm basically was it FaZe Banks? Right when I get off today, I'm basically I'm dipping. So this was supposed to be a 30-minute stream. Yeah, it turned in. How long been live? 2 hours, 10 minutes. What do you got? TradFi. This fucking guy. Yeah, man, I'll be back Monday. Like, I think we're in a sick groove right now. I'm enjoying what we're talking about. I think we're in a sick flow. I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. I'm appreciating it. And yeah, I love you guys. Let's keep doing it because I think we're in a sick spot right now with everything. So I will catch you when I catch you. I'll see you when I see you Monday. I'll be back. I'll be on Banks in 35 minutes, and let's fucking get it. Peace.